Hi, Steve Gomez here. The kneecappers and the knuckle breakers at the Noir Factory offices have been extra busy for the last few months, and we couldn't be happier to share the results of that labor. Hero Obscura podcast is the opposite side of the coin from the usual fare at the Noir Factory. Rather than the usual true crime and noir that's our bread and butter, Hero Obscura is a walk on the lighter side. Airing 5 days a week, each episode is a glimpse back through the mists of time at the heroes of pulp comics and popular culture. You know, the good guys who kind of fell through the cracks. Over the next 3 days, we'll feature an episode a day on our feed, and we'd love for you to add a little bit of nitro to their rocket boosters. If you have time, subscribe to the show and leave a review on iTunes. That in itself is its own kind of special rocket fuel. But also, if you've got a pal like me who's a nerd, share it with them so they can get an added hit of superheroics on their way to the office each day. So again, I find that I'm thanking you for your support. Every day, we look through the mail and social media and reviews, and I can't help but be incredibly thankful for the listenership our little podcast has built. And this is still just the beginning of the voyage. Today's hero, NFL SuperPro. They are the weird. They are the odd. They are the obscure. Enter the hallowed ground of the Sanctum Obscura as we gaze through the ethers of time and space at the erstwhile heroes of popular culture. The heroes we have lost. Join us as we explore the mysterious past of print and four-color adventure. Just don't overthink it. For although we no longer remember them, they refuse to be forgotten. This is Hero Obscura. First appearance. The NFL SuperPro first hiked the ball in his own series. NFL SuperPro number 1, written by Fabio Nescenza and illustrated by Jose Delbo. Nescenza helped create such famous modern characters as Deadpool and X-Force. NFL SuperPro lasted 12 issues before it coughed up the ball. I also want to be up front and tell you in this one, Nescenza pretty much wrote that he wrote the series for free football tickets. Origins. Phil Grayfield was once an aspiring pro who saved a child from a tragic fall. Suffering a career-ending knee injury, Grayfield went into broadcasting, where he was assigned to interview a scientist who was also a pro team superfan. In the interview, the scientist shared with Grayfield that he was working on an indestructible football uniform, worth millions. As Phil continued the interview, thieves raided the place and stole priceless memorabilia, tied the two up, and torched the house. The mixture of burning chemicals and rare memorabilia gave Grayfield the power beyond those of ordinary running backs. He gained super strength, invulnerability, and using the pro uniform, an invulnerable costume. Tracking down the villains and bringing them to justice, Grayfield dubs himself SuperPro and dedicates his life to stopping crime. Powers. Super strength, invulnerability, and quickness. Phil Grayfield was a legend on the gridiron, and a SuperPro, weaknesses. Nothing really to do with his character per se. And he wasn't really a bad guy. He was just misunderstood. Where are they today? Today, Phil Grayfield, the NFL SuperPro, is solidly nowhere. Despite crossovers with Captain America and Spider-Man, despite a ninja football kicker, despite a cameraman's sidekick and a girlfriend named Jane, the NFL SuperPro is considered by most to be the worst comic book ever produced. I have to say the art wasn't particularly bad, and all that just points the finger towards the suspect script. Initially, SuperPro's villains were football-related. He fought Boss Sanction, Quick Kick the Ninja, and even Instant Replay. Okay, I get that, but even from there things went bad. Nescenza left the series after 4 issues, and a new writer wanted to distance the stories from relying on football. So SuperPro came into contact with beings such as the Almighty Dollar, who was an accountant who shot pennies out of his hand, as well as Happy Campers, a group that created colorful superheroes. The cherry on this sundae was that issue 6 carried a Hopi Native American foe that was considered so racist, Marvel decided to pull the comics from its shelves. I can't imagine we'll ever see Phil Grayfield lace him up again, but with comic books, you can never be sure. That's all for Hero Obscura. Join us again next time as we lift the veils of history and examine another hero from the ethers of popular culture. And be sure to visit us on heroobscura.com to get your free list of great superhero layers. Until next time, I'm Stephen Gomez asking you to be good. Super good. Good night. Psst, still there? Today's secret code is coming right up. To crack this code, go to heroobscura.com/key. Today's cipher is 12, 3, 9, 11, 23, 23, 12. That is all. For the key to the cipher, visit heroobscura.com/cipher. That's heroobscura.com/cipher. Good night.